So, back home from visiting Silly Sally and my mom, and already have a list of things to do. One of them is this little guy here. Apparently, he likes to, roll and poop and eat poop. I just don't get that. That's just nasty. So, I have this ready. It's actually, we're conserving water. That's from one of our guys' baths earlier. But yes, but he knows, and he's just sitting here chilling because he's just waiting for me to pick him up and dunk him. So it was a quick visit up north. Thanks for your comments on the last video at Moonstone Beach. I enjoyed going there, and the interesting part about it is most of that day was done. I had been to shopping, getting stuff for the house, Safeway run, Costco run, restocking, the house for mom and sister and Josiah is her son, and that was around 5 p.m. I remember the feeling of frustration looking at the clock and seeing how late it was, and thinking that my kids wanted to go to the beach earlier, but it was overcast in Eureka itself, Eureka proper. But Moonstone Beach is 30 miles north, so you can never tell what the weather is there compared to in Eureka. So when we got there and the sun had just broken free from the marine layer, it was just amazing. Again, you saw that water, how up close the water was. I wished I had turned the camera back on 20 minutes later. So that water was being kept in by a sandbar, and that the ocean tide was up, so that the stream river flow was not going out to the ocean so much. Within 20 minutes, the ocean tide went out, broke the sandbar, and all that water was gone. It was we were watching it happen. It was amazing. It was very drastic. Man, nature just shows you life, how drastic things. Now things can change from moment to moment, just like that. That's a left-handed snap, by the way. Being up at my folks' house, I'm whispering because this is the kids' bathroom in between their rooms and stuff. But being at my folks' house was a little strange without Dad there. Mom and I talked about it a little bit. I kept saying, I keep wanting to go back and check on Dad, and she's all, I know. And she talked about how, she wakes up all the time during the night to check on Dad. So it was a good visit. It was fun watching her, and it was fun, and also taking my kid, two of my kids, because it's fun watching her react to them and seeing a spark in her eyes, watching them. It's kind of cool. One of our guys is a little bit like me. It takes him a long time to get out of the house. So rather than lose my patience today, I just kept prompting him in a positive way. All right, remember I asked you to turn your video game off, your 3DS off, or not, he didn't have the DSi off, and yeah, I remember, and then he wants to brush his hair before he leaves, because he's the one with the long hair, and he hadn't yet for the morning, so he's sitting there brushing his hair. Silly Sally and everyone's out front, because our plan is leave Eureka and go south to Fortuna. And eastward on Highway 36 to something called Van Duzen State Park, where there are some swimming holes that we had never been to, but we had heard about them. And then I would leave from there, and Silly Sally would go back up to Eureka. So, and he was just taking his time brushing his hair, and my mom was just sitting there laughing, just thinking, he's so much like you. Well, yeah, I don't have any hair. The swimming holes were phenomenal. I had meant to do a vlog from there, but just, I was just too engulfed in the moment, and these, you could go up these sandstone walls and jump off into the water. Okay, so if you look it up online, look up Swimmer's Delight at Van Duzen, D-U-Z-E-N Park in Northern California, Humboldt County. You'll see these cliffs and stuff. We originally went to that area, but my nephew had been to another area a little bit further up than that. So what you'll see in the video, if you Google it, and if it's on YouTube or pictures or wherever, is like the swimming hole that everyone goes to. But there's a couple others that people go to, but not that many people go to. But those are the ones we went to, not the ones with these caution tapes, because the sandstone cliffs are breaking off and falling into the water, I guess. Falling on people. Nature falls on people. Right, I need to get this guy's bath done. So yeah, it's interesting adjusting to someone not being there, and to grief, and the feeling of grief. This like sudden panic. I had this, and I'll share it in another vlog, but I had another episode last week where I just felt panic. But it's weird. It's strange how the grief sneaks up on you, or something can trigger it. But on the same note, it's hot in here. On the same note, good feelings, feeling good memories come back, and like my first August vlog, where we stopped at the river and swam and found that rope swing, reminded me of my father, because I knew he would. That was something that I think he had kind of done with Sally and Bobby and I growing up, and Danny and the whole family. Yeah, you just got their all their names. Yeah. Good times. All right. Good night. Oh, I gotta apologize. I'm gonna try and catch up, because clearly my vlogs are out of sync. My video 2 was posted on video 3. This video, if I get done in time, get it posted in time, will be on day 3. But you'll be watching it on day 4, because you're all asleep by now, all you East Coast people. Alright. See ya. Where's the button?